With me today, I have some soundproofing or sound insulation, however you want to look at that. It's more of a reflective, refractive kind of thing. I kind of just wanted it because my walls are wallpaper right now, and I wanted some sort of different look to kind of break that up. So I'm kind of curious to check this out. Now the vendor isn't sponsoring or paying for this video, but they were kind enough to send us this out to test out. So I'll go ahead and open it up and show you a few sheets, and then I'll put it on the wall and show you how it looks installed. So basically this is how it comes packaged. It has the different sheets separated by plastic, and then they have this foam sort of insert to hold them together. I'm just gonna pull this out. So I pulled this out. I thought it would be just more like inserts that were here in a couple different places. This is like foam the whole way. So if you need some foam, this comes with a lot of it, but it helps protect the product and shipping. It might be hard to tell, but these panels are a little shy of 4 foot by 2 foot. You can kind of see the length a little bit on here, but essentially this will take up kind of my wall if I have it spaced out. I was also looking at putting LED lights in there as well in the mix, but I don't know exactly if I'm going to do that or not, but I want to see what these look like first. So this does make sense though. They're not individually wrapped. It's just one piece of plastic, but they do have separators in between each one of them. Have some factory smell. There's also, they're a little soft, so that's kind of nice within the inside of it. So you can tell there's some sound deadening foam type stuff. But I believe that the surface is a PVC kind of wood looking kind of thing. And so in between, they basically have these inserts right here. You can kind of see that, just kind of like a mesh cloth. And this one I have is more of a, it's kind of, well, it might look green, but it's brownish colored. I'll show that when it's installed. You can kind of see how it's slotted here. So this is attached to it as far as, I don't know if they cut this, like put an attachment on it and just cut it down, or if it's just installed in different sections. I believe they might cut it down because it looks like it's grooved a little bit here, but you can kind of see what's going on. There's the foam, there's your sticky backing, and then there's the wood paneling on the front. So yeah, so let's go ahead and set this up and we'll see how this looks. So I basically want to transform this wall. You kind of see it has some nasty wallpaper on the top there, but basically I'm going to cover this whole area here so it kind of has a nicer look to it. I'll be able to kind of extend it from down here all the way up to here about, because they're about 4 feet panels, and then that way I can kind of extend the panels across, leaving little gaps. So I'm going to put up a laser level, and I'm going to follow that line to match the ceiling line so everything's even. Here's the laser level that I'm using. There's the brand name there. So you can see that I have a line here. This is a laser line that it'll project. I'm just going to make sure that this is level. You can kind of see how this thing works. If it moves around a lot, it'll kind of tell you what's going on, but eventually once it gets settled, it'll just kind of level itself out. So there's like different settings you can have on there for vertical and horizontal. So I'm going to set that up. So I ended up going with turning the vertical and 2 of the horizontals on. You can kind of see it runs along there, along the base. So it's pretty decent. You can tell that there's some gappage like in the corner there where the, you know, kind of the banner, kind of that nasty banner around the top kind of gets out of sync. So I'll try and follow that a little bit more, kind of angling up a little bit just to kind of compensate so it's not too disgusting. The wood panel, it's going to basically look like this on the wall. So that's going to bring out a lot more color, and I could probably just paint that on the top. So yeah, this leveler thing definitely helps. It'll create a very even line. You can kind of see there. Okay, so here's the difference. You can kind of see the green line that I went against there. Now again, that's probably not the best idea. You can see where, yeah, at the end here has a little gap. So that kind of created a little bit of an uneven gap here as far as following this top line. But you can kind of see there's some mistakes that I made. I tried to kind of patch those up, but I kind of use this center line as a guide. Is really easy. So if you take your time with this and you just make sure that top line is where you want it. I like where this is at, so I'm glad for that. It's just kind of like blending these 2 angles together, right? But overall, this is pretty easy. I wouldn't do this without something like this or like a good guideline you can place. You just have to, you know, you can remove that. So maybe like blue tape or something like that possibly. But once you have it set up, it's really easy to just kind of put on there. You can kind of get it close. So even though the back is tacky and whatnot, it's very usable. So yeah, looks pretty good. I like the product. And the sticky back on the back is easy to pull off. It just, you know, it comes off. It's nothing too complicated. And then, you know, it's a little tacky on the back, but you know, I got it stuck on my arm a little bit, but it's not that crazy to get off of anything. So when you're ready, you just tag it to the wall, and then that's when the glue really starts working in. So yeah, I really like how they turned out on my wall. I don't really like the border at the top, if you notice that. That's kind of gross, but I could probably replace that with something. But I hope this video helped answer some of the questions you had about this product, and if it's the right one for you.